Good day, everybody. This is Dennis Wilborn, Papa D. It is the 30th of the month. We are proceeding into Proverbs 30. Excellent Proverbs. We see a little bit of shift in Proverbs 30 as we move towards into the last two chapters of Proverbs. The Proverbs 30 and 31 are not written by Solomon. Proverbs 30 is written by a guy named Agur, who was a, what does the word say here? He was an oracle. Oracles would proclaim the truth of God during their lifetime. I'm going to the Living Translation today to take a look at the first section of this, because the big question of today's session is basically God, who needs him? And it seems so relevant to, it's 2019, and it seems so relevant, that question seems so relevant to today. It seems like here in the United States, at least, we are so divided as a country between people who think, God is a necessity, Christians who have a true living faith in God, and a secular part of the population that basically says, we don't need God. You Christians, shut up. You put a cork in it, because we don't need your godly rules, regulations, and all that kind of stuff to live by. Kind of interesting what's going on with that. But let's take a look at what the Skeptics says here. In chapter 30, it says, the Skeptics swore, there is no God. No God. I can do anything I want. Sound familiar? I am more animal than human. So-called human intelligence escapes me. I flunked wisdom. I see no evidence of a holy God. Has anyone ever really seen, anyone climb into heaven or take charge? Grab the wind or control them? Gather the rain in his buckets? Stake out the ends of the earth? Just tell me his name, and tell me the name of his son. Come on now, tell me. And then the next section goes into the believers' reply back. But I find it very interesting that here, almost, let's say about 4,000 years ago, 2,000 years before Christ, we're talking about God's son. Interesting. Because at that point, Jesus Christ had not come around yet. Come along. He was here, but he wasn't. He hadn't made his earthly appearance in human form. The believer replied, every promise of God proves true. He protects everyone who runs to him for help, so don't second guess him. He might take you to task and show up your lies. And then he prayed, the believer prayed, God, I'm asking for two things. Before I die, don't refuse me. Banish lies from my lips and liars from my presence. Give me enough food to live on, neither too much nor too little. If I'm too full, I might get independent and say, God, who needs him? And if I'm too poor, I might steal and dishonor your name. So some interesting thoughts to sit there and ponder as we go into get ready for Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31, stay tuned for tomorrow's session, because we're going to be talking about a Proverbs 31 woman. And I'm going to be putting out a challenge to you guys out there. Is we all want a Proverbs 31 woman, but are you the man a Proverbs 31 woman deserves? So this is Papa D signing up. Thanks for being with us. And remember, on YouTube, hit the red subscribe button, hit the little bell, and you'll get reminded of when we post new videos. So God bless everybody. Aloha.